want to speak about the concept that I'm going to call Go Where They Are. Tim Keller had a great podcast where he talked about American cities or cities across the world and how, for the most part, Christians tend to be leaving cities. It's dangerous. They want to usually raise families. People of faith tend to have kids, and they want to get out into more safe, secure, suburban, rural areas. People without kids are usually younger, tend to sometimes not believe in God, and even if they do get married, maybe don't have kids. All that there's correlations with all that. And so Keller's point was that you could make a case on average that Christians are leaving cities and that people that are moving in are non-believers. So the scales are being tipped in the cities. He also said that the rate of conversion, the Christian population is slowly shrinking and the secular population is growing. So you couple that with people moving in the cities at a faster rate with the rate of secularism growing, he said cities are exploding and the church populations within them are dying. It's very interesting. And he put out a call for basically Christians to go into the cities and to shine your light there. That's where they are. That's where the people are. I found that very interesting. I'm in the middle of a move right now out of a condensed suburban area. It's a nice area. It's not the center metropolitan area of my city. It's out in a suburb, but it is crowded, and we're moving out to the country. And I think about that. We're moving away from the mission field, and we are going to be serving. Probably a lot of times serving each other or serving our kids. But not in the cities. And I thought about that information. What are we going to do with our kids? I met a missionary. He was more than that. He was a CIA agent / missionary who brought his kids to Baghdad for his work, and his kids are now crazy warriors for the faith. They saw his faith lived out up front, and he took a step in faith in Christ, and has been honored. And that's tough. That's a tough thing to do, but it makes sense. One thing that we need to do is meet people where they are. I've talked about that, being a youth leader. This generation's online. I'm trying to go online with this. I try to host in the schools. I had people that poured into me in a basketball ministry. So I went where I was interested in. The people that knew Christ followed the lost. They went and they found him. There's groups like XXX Church that go to adult movie conventions and set up a booth and give Bibles to porn stars and directors. That's crazy. But that's God. That's God. The homeless ministries that go down there, the prison ministries, you have a captive audience. They go down and they minister to these people who God tells us to, feed the widows, visit the sick, visit the infirmed and the ones in jail. He commands us to do that. Should we all physically do that? Or is there a point where we can support that ministry? Can we financially support those ministries? We all have different gifts and talents. There's people that maybe are gifted with business and administrative opportunities and gifts, and they can make a lot of money and they can help support these things. So those are some questions I've had, and I've talked to people I know about it. So if you're on here and you want to write in, start this dialogue.